Welcome to Beauty School. I'm your host, John B. Taylor II, also known as StylistJohn, and I'm talking about a series called Out the Mud. I created this series called Out the Mud, number one, because I had to get it out the mud. Number two, I wanted to help other people that are in a situation where their back is against the wall, they have limited resources, and they got to get life and develop a quality life by getting it out of the mud. What does getting it out of the mud mean? Getting it out of the mud is a phrase that's used in every hood and every ghetto to describe making something out of nothing. A lot of us was told that we wasn't going to be nothing, we wasn't going to do nothing, but a lot of us broke every barrier and every word curse that people placed onto us and are now living a very thriving, successful life. But God put us in situations that will teach us different things. One of the greatest lessons that I learned is that when God put me by myself, that's when God is about to do the greatest works in my life. Because sometimes you are distracted. God might have asked you to do something or gave you a vision to do something, and the first thing that happens when you start doing this, you start getting distractions, or you start challenging your time, which is procrastination, which delays the blessings or the reality of what God is trying to do in your life. When God really want to use you, and God really want to use you to create something in the earth, He gonna make sure you do it. But the first thing that He gonna do is He gonna separate you from people, and He gonna separate you from certain things. I got separated from my car. Okay, so backstory. I always been around her. My grandmother was a kitchen stylist. My mother did hair. My mother is the junior of my grandmother. Okay, my mama is my grandmother's twin. They act alike, have similar mannerisms, but my mama's a little different. But she took care of the house just like my grandma did. My grandma was a very good homemaker. She knew how to turn a house into a home. She could cook, she could sew, she knew how to clean, she knew how to raise a family, she knew how to take care of a family, she knew how to run errands, she knew how to iron, press clothes, and make sure her house was immaculate. And my grandmother was my first babysitter. So imagine my mom going to work and then me being around the senior of my mom, who's just like my mom, but my grandma knew a lot more stuff. And so when I would be coming home from school or before school, I would be with my grandma and I would observe things that my grandmother did and wonder why she did them, because I didn't do them. So imagine me being a curious 5-year-old with my grandmother, who may have been in her 50s or 60s when my mom was in her 20s. And I'm watching my grandmother roll a set of hair. I'm watching my grandmother relax her hair. I'm watching my grandmother put makeup on her face. And I'm trying to understand why she's doing it. I'm trying to understand everything about my grandmother, because I'm sitting here with her and I'm watching her do all these things and I'm not doing them. I'm like, Grandma, why are you putting the powder stuff on your face? Why are you putting the lip thing on your lips? Why are you putting the white stuff in your hair to make your hair straight? Why are you doing that? And she used to sit down and talk to me about life and tell me why she was doing certain things. Oh, I'm putting the makeup on my face because I got to go to your school and I want to make sure I look my best before I get there. Oh, I'm ironing my clothes because I want to make sure our clothes is ironed and fresh, so when we step out the house we look clean and fresh. Oh, I'm relaxing my hair because my hair sweat in the summertime and I really want my hair straight so my roller sets will come out nice like how I want them. And I used to start helping my grandmother do little things to make it easier for her, because sometimes her feet would be hurting, I would rub her feet. Sometimes, she can't reach an item on the shelf and I would get up on the step ladder and I would try to reach it for her and get it down for her. And it taught me how to do various things that she would do. She would use Marcel irons in front of me and I'll be watching her do it, and I'll understand, like, Grandma, why Why are you putting the metal thing on mama and auntie her? And I'm watching her do it, and I'm trying to get an understanding why she doing it. But it tailored and brought me a skill set that no one can take away from me, because I saw it done. I held it in my hand. I tried it myself once I learned how to do it. And if you can do it one time and make some money from it, and you duplicate the same thing you did, you now have a business. So you have a skill set that you learn from being around your family, where if you was to make that product or that skill marketable, and you were able to deliver it in a timely manner to a customer, you now have a business. So Out of the Mud is a business system that I created for individuals that are either living in poverty or want to climb out of living in poverty to live an abundant life. A skill set and system that you can use to better your income and change your tax bracket. When you're living where you got to get things out of the mud, God will give you ideas. He will give you ideas that no one else has. He will give you ideas when you are at your worst point. When I was at the point of starving, I'm talking about I couldn't go to my mama for groceries. I couldn't go to my neighbors for groceries. My stomach is growling. I'm looking around at what I have in the house, and my survival instincts are kicked in. I gotta survive. I gotta put food, water, and shelter. I gotta have food, water, and shelter every day, otherwise I won't exist no more. So where am I gonna get water from? Okay, I go get some water out of tap water. Where am I gonna get food from? Okay, I gotta make some money so I can go to the grocery store or to the corner store to get a bag of chips and some juice, or to get some lunch meat and some bread so I can make some sandwiches. I gotta make some money so I can pay the rent and keep the roof over my head. I'm looking around the house like, what do I have? And I remember, I can do locks. Okay, so all I need now is gel and a rat tail comb, and I can make some money. I started doing comb twists. I myself used to wear my hair in comb twists. And when I first started doing comb twists was easily around the $40 to $50 hour, $40 to $50 service. Okay? I make from doing comb twists now, because comb twists are the basis for starter locks. If you keep them in for 2 months, I make $100 for comb twists. And comb twists, I can get a head of comb twists done in literally 30 minutes and then put them under the dryer for 30 minutes. So me having gel and a comb turned into a marketable skill where I can make some income. And so my first head of comb twist, I made $40. The first thing that I did was I put some money aside. I went to the grocery store with $20. I bought me some lunch meat. I bought me some eggs, and I bought me some bread and some strawberry and grape jelly and peanut butter jelly, so that way I can, I can mix and match my sandwiches. And I made me some sandwiches because I was starving. I didn't have nothing to eat. I was able to feed myself from it. So doing comb twist was a skill that helped me get money out of the mud, an idea that I had in my head where I can create a product that someone needs in order to change the quality of my life by having a tangible skill and having some currency, which is money, to go buy the thing that I need for that particular day and nourish myself, food, water, shelter. Okay? I was able to save money to pay the rent. I was able to make that a marketable skill. So now I got more than one person coming to me, because that one person went out and told other people, hey, John did my hair. You should let John do your hair. So now the person whose hair I did has now become a billboard and a spokesperson for me. They're now telling people, John did this, or go to John. So now they're sending me people. So now, on top of me having a product that I created from doing comb twist, people are sending other people to me by word of mouth, which is one of the 7 gates of media, word of mouth. So now I have a marketable skill where I made $40 to $100 from. People sending me people, so now I have a clientele. So we went from an idea, which was me having gel in the comb to do comb twist and charging $40 to $100 for it. Now I have a marketable product from my skill. Once I do this one person head, they like the hairstyle. They're telling other people they like the hairstyle. So now they're sending me people, which means that now I have a clientele. So now this one person is sending me 10 people. So now I got 10 heads to do. So 10 heads times $100 is $1,000. 10 heads times $40 is $400. If you can duplicate this same system every week, this is the type of money you're going to be making. Can you use an extra $1,000 a week? I can. I know you can. So implement these particular steps in your process and allow people to market for you and send people to you from word of mouth advertising on top of you advertising. Now you have a database. What is a database? A database is a system of clients that show you analytical results of how often they came, how much money they spent, what service they got. It is measurable data that allows you to make smart decisions with your money, your advertising, and your hours of operations and your business operations. By having word of mouth clients send people to you, you now developing, if you save your money, if you save 10% of your clients that come in from word of mouth and you save 10% of that money every week, you'll have money to put into your advertising. And advertising dollars are dollars that work for you. Like how you have a person to go and tell people, hey, go to John. Now you have a commercial or a billboard or a poster that is showcasing your work, where it's telling people where to come. That's business cards, it's flyers, it's posters. It might be a commercial on TV. All these particular things are advertising tools that help you enlarge your business structure and your business potential, because people can see it. The more people that see what you can do and see your quality of your work, and other people are talking well about what it is you're doing, you're going to have more clients than you can handle. And you want those clients, because those clients are going to be loyal clients and they're going to be grafted into your database. And you need a database. You need at least 100 to 200 people in your database. If you get 100 to 200 people in your database, you can rotate these clients every week or every 2 weeks and live a very good life from those 200 clients. If I'm charging $40 to $100 a hairstyle, and the hairstyle only takes me 30 minutes to do and 30 minutes under the dryer, and I have 10 clients a day, I'm either going to make $400 a week or I'm going to make $1,000 a week. Excuse me. If I do 10 clients a day and I work 5 days a week, I'm going to make either $400 a day or $1,000 a day. And if I multiply that same system every day of the week and do the same thing for 5 days, I have created something called a system or a process. A process is a way of analyzing data to make smart decisions and behaviors. And these behaviors turn into a pattern, and these patterns turn into a system. All business functions from a system. So, from the skill that I created, from the idea that I had, the first skill that I thought of that I wanted to do was gel and comb twist, because that's what I had around me. I had a rat tail comb like this, and I had gel. And I used to be in my hair all the time, twisting my hair, making my hair look good, using the mirror to see the back area and getting my hair together. So I started having friends that looked at my hair and said, "Oh, I want my hair like that. Oh, I want my hair like that." And when they said they wanted their hair like that, I would do their hair, and now their hair looked like me. And so when you have a product that other people begin asking for, or people start duplicating your product, that's how you know you have something special. Anytime people start duplicating whatever it is that you're doing, it lets you know that you have something special that now you need to protect and you need to market very wisely, because now there are other people that want to do what you do. When there are other people that want to do what you do, now you in the ball game of teaching. So we went from having a product, an idea that we had in the mind to create. To get it out of the mud, I created comb twists that I wanted to do on my clients. My first client was one of my brothers. I twisted his hair and started locks. Over 2 months' time, his hair locked. And now to this day, over 20 years later, he got hair all the way down past his butt in locks. And I started him from little bitty comb twist this big. And he been rocking locks for 20 years. So it starts off with an idea that God gave you. You take this idea and make it into a product. You find out what the needs are around you. Say, I'm going to solve this problem. I'm going to solve people's needs with this product. Then you start to sell that product to the people that need it. Once you begin to sell the product to the people that need it, you now start to have a measure of a target market. A target market is a measure of who needs this product, why do they need this product, how frequently do they take this product, and also you begin to find out how much they want to spend on this product. When you have all the measurable data, you can take your target market, plug it into a system like the media system, the radio, the television. Take this data. I'm looking for young men between the ages of 15 through 32 that have natural hair, that are on the verge of wanting to cut their hair because they don't know what to do with it. So now I'm going to start providing comb twist. The ages of 15 through 35 is almost a 20-year gap between 15 to 35. That's 20 years of births. So now I'm looking up the information to find out how many people are in this age range. How many of them are African American? Because most African Americans are the ones that have textured curly hair, or Native Americans. So once I look up this data, and let's say it tells me there are 5 million people between the ages of 18 to 35 in all 50 states. Now I measure it. I measure it down. Okay. Let's say it said that there's 50 million people, right? Let's look up how many people between 15 through 35 are Native American or African American, and then the numbers goes down and it says that it's 40 million people. And I say, okay, so instead of doing all 50 states, I just want to do one state. I want to do Missouri. Okay, so then it broadens down the target reach from 40 million down to 5 million. So now we have 5 million textured hair African and Native American people in Missouri. And out of these 5 million people, all I need is 200 in order for me to have a viable business. So now I'm looking at, okay, instead of me having 200, let's say I have 2,000 people, I would never run out of clients. And so now I can build a profitable business from knowing what my target market is or my target audience, and then using an equation to develop my system. My system is my everyday behaviors and thought processes that equal the end result of what I'm looking for. A plus B equals C. Gel and comb plus time for me to do starter locks at 1 hour equals either $40 to $100, and I'm done in 1 hour, and I got a happy client. And now this happy client has sent 10 people to me, and so out of them 10 people, now I got these 10 people sending me 10 more people, and that's the law of averages. Okay, the law of averages is for 100 marketable times that you may have marketed, you only gonna get about a 10% return. So out of this 100 people that I done talked to, only 10 of them are gonna get the product and maybe stick with me. So that's the reason why we do 10 by 10. What's 10 by 10? 10 by 10 is the process of where when I have a client and I get done with my client, I have my client make a video, which is social proof, but they were telling me that they like their hair. Post the video for social proof, and then I give my client 10 business cards to pass out to family and friends and people that like their hair. What they're doing is, after I got all these 10 clients, and I have these 10 clients referring me 10 people, I have now multiplied and doubled my average. I doubled my average. 10 people times 10 people is 100 people. So now I have access to 100 people from doing the law of averages. When you do the law of averages and you get 100 people, now you're in business, you're in business for yourself. And so the goal is to work and do that 10 by 10 rule every month to have another 100 clients for the next month and 100 clients for the next month after that. So now you're constantly building that 10 by 10 rule of having new clients every single month. And new clients every single month, some are going to stick with you and others are going to fall away. And the reason why they fall away is because there are always distractions. But if you're focused on whatever it is that you do, you will never be distracted. And so when a client is focused on being your for real client, you will know because they're going to stick with you. They'll follow you when you go to other places. They check up on you. They might bring you some food. Y'all might talk on the phone. They might share some personal things with you. And now you have a level of trust and confidence in the relationship you have with that person. And as a barber, you still remain professional. As a stylist and braider or loctician, you still remain professional. But the goal is to build a rapport. A rapport is a relationship. A relationship is a bond. People come to people that they bond and trust. So don't take your trust lightly when you are a barber, stylist, or a braider. If someone confides something in you in secret, make sure that you keep that a secret. Okay? Make sure that you protect the honor of those that trust you, and you protect the nature of those people that trust you, because if you are a trustworthy person, you can go very far in life. Because when you do things, you want to do things in teams, because those individuals that are in teams with you will go over and beyond what's required to help you win, and you want to win. My name is StylistJohn. Welcome to Beauty School. This series that I'm speaking to you on is called Get It Out the Mud. You can book me for any workshops or classes on my website, www.stylistjohn.com. You can call me, 314-359-5499. When you want to book a class or a workshop, go to the book section on my website and scroll to workshops and classes, or otherwise you'll be booking a service. So if you want to book a service, let me know. If you want to book a workshop or a class, also, let me know. I'm here to help and serve you.